Every natural bread starts with a wild yeast culture. I love writing the first chapter of my starter with fermented apple or grape juice. Once refreshed and mature, it's a powerful acidic leaven. So, how do you transform this tangy starter into a mild sweet leaven for panettone? Here is the simple trick. Whether you obtain a piece of natural leaven from a nearby bakery or make it from scratch, you will follow the same procedure. Take the starter out of the refrigerator, which you refreshed the day before, and carefully follow these steps. Remove a piece of starter you need and refresh it with equal weights of high gluten flour and 50% water. Mix for a few minutes until smooth. Next, flatten the dough, then use a heavy-duty pasta maker or a dough sheeter to start the lamination process. Give the dough 3 single folds, similar to laminating croissant dough. This will strengthen the gluten network of the Lievito Madre. So the same laminating technique will be used for all refreshes of the Lievito Madre. The process begins with this protocol to convert the acidic starter into a mild one. 16 hours later, on the day you plan to mix your panettone dough, you will refresh the Lievito Madre twice within an 8 hours window. Shape the dough into a tight cylinder and wrap it in plastic cling film multiple times. Then wrap it again in a baker's couche or use a kitchen apron. Finally, tie it with sturdy butcher's twine, as you would a roast, but not too tightly, as it would expand during proofing. The step of sealing the Lievito Madre prevents its natural bacteria from blooming excessively, as opposed to the process in sourdough bread making. Let ferment at 18 degrees Celsius, 64 Fahrenheit for 14 to 16 hours. Then you've got this beautifully bloomed dough log. Undo the rope and unwrap to free the slowly fermented dough. As you can see, the pressure from the gas released during the fermentation has pierced the plastic wrap. That's normal. Could have been worse. Cut off both ends and score the plastic along its length with a cutter. Then with a serrated knife, unwrap the dough by peeling off the outer skin following the curve. Next, the bath step, bagnetto. For more details, see the written recipe. Slice the Lievito Madre and soak in sugar water for 10 minutes. To rebalance the microflora, reduce acidity and stabilize the yeast. So by the way, you do this the day you plan to make the first panettone dough. Now we are going to refresh the Lievito Madre. Primo fresco, first refresh, premier rafraîchi. Mix the Lievito Madre with high gluten flour and water until just combined. Remember, the dough is stiff and that's normal. Now, let it rest with the plastic wrap on top for 5 minutes-ish, and then it's going to be way easier to roll out. Now simply repeat the folding method from earlier. Notice how the dough becomes more flexible as we work with it. Alright, so we are going to roll the sheet of dough into a tight cylinder and roll into a tight coil, escargot, and score. Open it and place the dough ball in an unfloured baneton and proof it uncovered in a warm and humid environment for 3.5 to 4 hours. Next, do the second refresh, segundo refresco, deuxième rafraîchi, following the same steps. 4 hours later, your Lievito Madre will be ready to enhance the first panettone pasta.